Destiny 2!
Hello everybody, I am Trigger Strifey of Blank Trigger Gamers, and today we have a special guest!
We've woken the hive!
Who are you, special guest?
I am Tystra Daisetsu, or just Tystra for short.
Today's video, we are talking about Destiny 2. If you didn't know, I was a huge Destiny player. I played it a lot, and Tystra is also a huge Destiny player. He still plays it. I say the game, but he still plays it. He still plays it. But yeah, we're gonna talk to you about our thoughts and our speculation on Destiny 2 and what it's gonna be like and what ideas we have for it. What do you expect out of Destiny 2?
For me, really, like, I kind of feel that, you know, what we've talked about before is that Destiny 2 does need to kind of go different, but I don't think that it should go too different.
Yeah.
I do want to see some stuff come back. Like, obviously, I'm a big raid guy. I love going in with a team, and I love being able to work with that team. And I believe that they need to bring the raids, like, into that. But I do think that they have to make sure that in this installment of Destiny, they need to make sure that each raid builds a better aspect on top of itself.
Yeah.
That was one problem with Destiny, and I will admit that. Vault of Glass was amazing as a first raid.
Yeah.
Then you went to Crota's End. You went from taking a couple hours to try and beat a raid and feeling accomplished to taking 30 minutes soloing by yourself. You know, you could beat that raid in less than 30 minutes. It's gotten better later on in Destiny 1, but I think Destiny 2, that is something I think that they'll need to work on, is bringing not only the aspects of Destiny 1, but improving upon them.
Yeah. Like, my thing with Destiny 2 is that I really hope, like you said, like, I hope they bring back some stuff and they add on to it. Like, my favorite thing is, with Destiny, as Jared on the channel has always said, the gameplay feels solid. Like, it feels solid. No matter how you play Destiny, who you play with, the game just feels solid whenever you play it. The only thing that everyone always got annoyed with, and me personally, was there was never enough content in the game. Or it was just kind of reused and rehashed content.
Yeah.
And then what I hope in Destiny 2, it's not just like, if we go somewhere, it's not going to be like a similar version of the area. It's going to be like a whole different area. Instead of like 3 planets, we have maybe like 8 or 10 or something that makes it expansive. Like, keep the same universe, but expand on it. Like, I like raids, but there's not enough of them. There needs to be way more raids. And like, one thing they could do that I really hoped for, and they actually did in some parts, was like integrate the raid with other missions and stuff. Because like, it was cool in that one mission when you went into the vault.
Yes.
When you went back, and then because like in the other games, or like when it first started out, it was either go to the raid or you'll never see that area.
Yeah, it was definitely something that I wasn't expecting coming back, because I came from Xbox One originally, and I lost all my progress from Vault of Glass and Crota's End and everything, and then I came back. I missed House of Wolves and came back into Taken King, and then them having that mission where you go into the Vault of Glass, I was like, what? You're actually integrating this into the game itself?
Yeah.
What? So I definitely agree with you on that one. I will defend them on that. You know, with the newer company, they did really good with their lore. They did really good, you know, after the fact.
Yeah.
But the problem was when Bungie started out and they had a new development team and they were trying to, you know, release Destiny fast.
Yeah.
They got rid of so much stuff that they had.
Yeah.
And, you know, you only find out about it later, but that was a problem in the beginning, was that people were like, okay, I did all this, now what?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But, you know, it kind of fixed it a little bit later, but at the same time it didn't.
Yeah,
you know?
I hope like in Destiny 2 they flush out the story like way more, because that was the hugest complaint, because you had to look up, like, strangely, like, I'm a big fan of Dark Souls, as you can see on the thing.
Oh yeah, me and you've had that conversation.
Yeah. And the thing about Destiny is that to get into the lore of Destiny, you almost have to play it kind of like in that Dark Souls sense, where you have to look outside the game and everywhere else just to find the story, like what it's amounting to, because the game never throws you in your face. Which, granted, for a different type of game, that's cool when you're just exploring everything, but Destiny's more of a first-person shooter, and like, it gives you cutscenes and all this stuff that makes you want to get drawn into it, but you're never really drawn into enough because you don't know enough about it. So if they can flesh out the story more, they can like build upon that, I would totally play it, like get into it, because like the story is cool. It's just you don't know enough about it. You have to look too much into like other outside sources.
Yeah.
What is it? The Grimoire or the Grimoire?
Grimoire.
Yeah, Grimoire. Yeah. They better put that in the game and not have.
That's what I wanted. Is that's the one thing that pissed me off, was that you could only view the Grimoire.
Yeah.
On the site. It's like, what if I want to look at it at the game? You know, maybe I want to take the time, you know, while I'm just sitting there bored out of my mind waiting for my raid team, be like, oh, I'll just read some Grimoire. Oh, hey, I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like,
yeah.
Like, they don't have that, and that was like a big gripe with me. It's like, if you're going to make the story cryptic, at least bring that into it so you can look up it. And so I hope they put that in there if they don't flesh out the story.
And that's the thing. Destiny has a big lore.
Yeah. Nobody
really knows about it. And it's because they get the Grimoire score and they're like, oh, this is just the score to say how good I am at the game. It's not. It's, oh, well, you did this, so now you unlock some backstory. It's like, oh,
yeah,
cool. Even I haven't read that much of the Grimoire. And I'm a big Destiny fan.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta actually take the time to read my Grimoire.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
like,
definitely I think that would be something to add.
What are your fears of Destiny 2? Like, what do you fear that it's gonna happen?
See, and this is just a personal pet peeve of mine, because, like I said, I came from Xbox.
Yeah.
I went to PS4 under circumstances and such. My fear is that they do what they did with content limiting. And what I mean by that is, you could content limit guns. I understand that. You had to have been there, dealt with it, so on and so forth. But when you limit the customization,
yeah,
that's bothersome. At the start of the game, it was obviously limited. Then, you know, shaders took a big part, so on and so forth. And I can understand pre-order bonuses, you get certain shaders. But there are a lot of shaders and a lot of emblems and a lot of ships that there is no way for you to get unless you were right there at that time, or you buy something on their site.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I can understand it to an extent, but as much as they have, like, let's take League, for example. I'm not a big League player. I don't know much about League. I do know they have a lot of skins that you have to buy. But at the same time, like, they don't say you can't get them after a certain amount of time.
They're still accessible.
Yeah, you can get all the skins from what I know. I could be wrong. If anybody in the comments wants to correct me, by all means, correct a guy who does not play League. But from what I hear from my friends who do play League, is that they have so many customization options, you have all the time in the world to get them.
Yeah.
But with Destiny, it's like, I love certain shaders that people have. I'm like, oh my god, how do I get it? Like the Old Guard shader, that was the shader I wanted.
No, yeah.
I pre-ordered everything, made sure that I got it. There's no way to get it unless you were there for House of Wolves, day one. And that's what sucks, because that's the shader I really wanted, you know.
I think I actually have that shader.
Yeah, and that was the thing, is I looked and it's one of those pre-order bonuses, and I get that. But at the same time, like, you know, pre-order bonuses for DLC is kind of like, meh. Bungie's the only company that I know that does that. Yeah. Which seems kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. I would say if you wanted to get certain stuff, you pre-order the season pass maybe, but for individual DLC packs, that's insane.
What I hope for in the game, or like I fear like they hope they don't do, is that they still limit the idea of like being the only cosmetic option to your gun is a shader.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing, is that like one thing that I thought was cool is like all the little like things that you can get on your gun, like all the abilities, is that it would be cool if that actually had a cosmetic change to your gun specifically, like it added this, like if you got this ability, it makes your gun look like this. So on every gun it had like this cool like uniqueness to everyone's gun, even though everybody had the same gun, they have different abilities, but it looks different. Yeah. So you're like, you have that.
Like the Vanguard and Crucible ones, where like it has a random roll, not the pre.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I do know that exotic weapons actually have ornaments where you can customize them.
Oh.
I have a lot of them, and which is really cool. Some of the ornaments are really cool, but I like the idea of that better. Is that, you know, with random rolled guns, you could customize it and have different stuff, like, oh hey, this gives like little lightning shocks, but also has like a pink, like,
thing,
omniscient like shade on it, and then another guy goes, well, my gun comes with smoke that comes out of it.
Yeah, it's like makes it more unique and fun.
Exactly.
And so
that would actually be really cool compared to the ornaments right now.
More than 3 characters.
Yes, I definitely agree.
More than 3 characters, because the fact that you only 3 classes in the game, and to get a 4th character and you change it up, you had to delete one. So you could never have like 2 of the same classes or anything. Or if you did, you would have to have you couldn't get the 3rd class. And so that was annoying to me. Like, it needed to be more expanded. Then another thing that I'm just really fearing, like this is just me right now, is that currently there's no footage of Destiny 2, which is really worrying me. That like it says supposed to release out in Q3 of this year. So which
is coming up.
Yeah.
It's Q2 now.
Yeah, so it's Q2 right now. So they got like 4 or 5 months before this game comes out.
Just about, yeah.
And so there's no footage of it. There's there's like information, but not enough to know anything about the game, like what it's gonna be, what the story, anything. Usually, probably by like 3 or like this period of time, we've already known the name, the title of the game. We've known everything. We know, but right now we don't know nothing about Destiny except that you can bring your class over.
Yeah.
You bring your class.
They have the class, and then apparently there's a chance of your accolades from like Age of Triumph, which is the new thing coming out next week.
Okay.
If you do the Age of Triumph book, there's a chance that stuff gets imported into Destiny 2 through your save file, and then you could get special unlockables, which I'll get to that in a second myself. But I definitely agree. It's one of those things like we were talking about a couple days ago at work, was that because they haven't released a trailer, this could be another No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
And granted, I don't think Bungie's going to pull a No Man's Sky, but it's an example. We got minimal gameplay for No Man's Sky, and we got some trailers, and it showed completely different aspects of what we actually got. I will say this is the one time I say I will speak on behalf of the whole Destiny community. Like, we want to be able to have an extensive story at the start.
Yeah.
Not just, like, Dark Souls is actually a pretty good example, because, like, they had a big story from the get-go, and then any real game has that. Like, extensive story at the start, and then DLC adds a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. It shouldn't be a little bit of story, and then you get a little bit more as you go.
Yeah, like bites and pieces, like expanding. Yeah.
I didn't pay $60 to get a story that's unfinished.
Yeah. If they can just make that into a whole game, I would totally dig it. I would be fine with it. If they keep everything that they're doing good on, and then they make that into Destiny 2 and expand on it, that would be amazing. Like, I would totally say, I would take back, like, no, actually, I won't take back any of I said about Destiny 1, but I will stop saying about it for Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Destiny 1, they made a lot of mistakes. But Destiny 2, they can repair them, they can make it a really great game, and I can basically put it on my shelf, because the only thing that I hate about Destiny 1 is that it's on my shelf, and you can't even sell the game. You can't sell it.
You can't sell the original game anymore whatsoever. Because if you sell that game, like, you're going to have to sell it for, like, really cheap.
Yeah.
Because that's also another thing, too, is that there is nothing to do if you don't buy any of the DLC.
Yeah.
You're stuck doing absolutely nothing. And that is one thing that I will say that I hope they add into it, is a non-online story mode.
Yeah.
And the reason being is that there are people out there, and I know in this day and age, like, everybody's got internet. There's no way that somebody doesn't have internet. But on the off chance that your internet goes down and you're like, hey, I want to play some Destiny at least, you don't have that option.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Like, it literally logs you out if you don't have internet.
It'll say that there's a server error, and that's on your end.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because I can't tell you, like, for Rise of Iron. When Rise of Iron came out, I couldn't even play it day one.
Really?
I could not, because it would not let me log in. I had to wait until the day after, because that's when they patched it. And that's what I'm saying, is that I didn't go and get Rise of Iron thinking at the start, I wouldn't be able to play it, because I already knew what I was going to do at the start. I was going to do the story, because that's what I like. I like story. I do. So when I was basically told you're shit out of luck for just doing the story mode, you can't play with your friends, and I'm like, but I want to play story mode by myself.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I do kind of hope for in the back of my mind. It's not on the top of my list, but an offline story mode to be able to play.
Yeah, because that would draw more people into the game. They would get more interested in it, and they wouldn't feel like, oh, I need to buy this or do this and not want to play it.
If they were able to just expand upon what they have now and make it just great with the concepts that they had before they released Destiny in the first place, it would be an amazing game. It would far more amazing than it is now, in my opinion, because I love Destiny. No matter how much I gripe about it, it's a game that I love to play, and I'll always go back to it. I'll stop playing for a little bit and then I'll go back and have some fun. But if they could just expand on what they have, and it would be phenomenal, and it would make people like literally say this is one of the best games I've ever played in my generation.
With that said, we hope that Destiny 2 is going to be great, and we hope that it's going to be a fun game and just can be the game that we always wanted it to be. Guys, thank you for watching this video. We just wanted to hash out some Destiny talk and Destiny stuff with my good friend Tystra Daisetsu, who loves Destiny and games and streaming. Oh yeah, you have a stream.
Yes. If you guys check out twitch.tv/Tystra Daisetsu. Oh yeah, I gotta do it like twitch.tv/Tystra Daisetsu. If you guys check it out there, I stream obviously a lot of different games. Mainly right now I'm streaming Minecraft, Destiny, and starting here today, I don't know exactly when this video is going to release, but I will be streaming Mass Effect Andromeda.
Sweet.
So if you guys like gameplay, I love to talk. So if you guys love to chat with people who play games, obviously I'm here, and check me out on Twitch. So
yeah, I'll leave a link below and a link on the screen just to show you guys. And yeah, hit him up, give him a follow. He's an awesome dude, awesome streamer.
Oh, just really quick, if you're watching from my channel, because once this video gets posted up, I will actually be posting this on all of my social media. Don't forget to actually subscribe to Blank Trigger Gamers. My buddy Trigger Strifey definitely deserves it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, and I've said this to you many times, but without this guy telling me how to do the stuff that I do on my channel, I probably wouldn't be able to do the stuff that I do on my channel. So you're a major contributor to that, and unlike you being able to like give me tips and stuff, I can't give that to you because I'm not that good. So all I could do is advertise right now, guys. So all you guys that are watching from Twitch, please subscribe to Blank Trigger Gamers. They definitely deserve it.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Okay. So anyways, guys, I am Trigger Strifey. This is Tystra Daisetsu. We're telling you to stay triggered, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, then give it a like. If you want more, then subscribe to our channel. So this is Trigger Strifey of BTG saying stay triggered, and I'll see you next time.